When I think of three adjectives to describe my mother, I think of selfless, activist, mother. A mother first, everything else second, because family was at the top of the list.
I'm Bonnie Davis, and I live in Martin County, North Carolina. I have one daughter, but we're neighbors.
I can remember hearing her and my dad discuss it because she never wanted to be away from home overnight. So that impressed upon me, family first. I was part of desegregation in the Orange County school system. So I was the only black student in my class all day long because I was in the accelerated class. I always heard my mother's voice telling me that no matter what happens, no one can take away from you what you have between your ears. It gave me a toughness that I think prepared me for life. I went to University of Michigan Dental School in 1982, and at that time, as a black female, I was not really welcome, but I was prepared. I could hear my mother's voice saying, nobody can take from you what they put between your ears.
And then I went to college at Shaw University in Raleigh and majored in home economics because I always wanted to be an extension agent like my cousin.
If everyone is given an equal opportunity, then all can achieve. Your circumstances you grew up in did not dictate what you could do. It was the opportunity and training that you received. Education was your ticket to improving those circumstances. And as I saw her work within the county, I saw her work with people from farms that parents had third, fourth grade education. And she always believed that if they could just get an opportunity to go to college, then they could end up in a different circumstance, which is what most of them desired. I can remember my parents having other students from the community at our table doing homework. They were at the table making sure they could help them. When she saw a problem or saw an issue that needed to be addressed, she would find a way to mindfully try to take some action. I can remember when there still was what my parents called a poll test, and meaning you had to be able to read certain things to be allowed to vote, which was really a mechanism to keep people of color from voting. And I can remember my parents being at the table practicing with people from our church on taking this poll test. That's why I say I see my family as being really an activist family during the civil rights movement.
At the time I started to work in 1950, there were lots of disadvantaged families because there were families without running water. We were able to work with families in getting bathrooms, indoor toilets, running water. So it gave us an opportunity to get in the community and help them to know how they could achieve such. It was a real experience that gave you the feeling that you were out there and that you could help those people to have a better life.
I often would accompany my mom to meetings at night out in the county because when she was doing what was called the home demonstration clubs at the time, and I can remember going to the ladies' houses, and as my mom would be teaching them, I got to see what I now as an adult can see as a grassroots educational opportunity because she was going to the people's houses to help them improve their circumstance in life through education from Extension. One of the things that she taught me was to always survey your surroundings before you take action. I can remember overhearing one of the ladies at church say, "Why didn't Bonnie run for county commissioner?" And they said, "Well, why does she need to run for county commissioner? She already runs the county." part of that was having that deeper understanding of networking, how people interact. The mindfulness is the largest piece of her being effective as an activist, because we have to remember her age and the time. It actually could be a safety issue with her being a Black woman, but she still was able to find a way to make lots of change and remain safe.
I thought I would enjoy that. I stayed on that job for 39 years and enjoyed every day of it because it gave me an opportunity to help people and also helped me to become familiar with lots of individuals and have some very good experiences.
The fact that there is a building in Hillsborough, North Carolina, Orange County, named after my mother floors me. I never thought I would live to see a building here with a Black woman's name on it. I'm really, really proud that my son Rashid used his networking skills to create a garden named after my parents. And the garden means so much to our family because that was my dad's passion. So Rashid has allowed the Extension Service to use the land on our property and create another garden where young 4-Hers will come and I hope get a connection with the land and get a connection with where their food comes from. If my mother knew that this building and this garden were going to be in her name, I think her speech would have been gracious and would say, thank you so much. But here are all the other names that should be up there too. It is a legacy for my family, for my grandchildren. I think it's a legacy for all the people in the county that she touched in any way. And I have to make it clear, she didn't make a distinction by race, class, anything in who she touched or helped. I saw her help everybody. It's almost like everywhere I go, she's touched lives.